There you go. It went away. Yeah, go away, you stupid sidebar thingy on my live stream. Um, Hi, welcome to the live stream. Another cooking live stream. I know I did one 2 days ago. This is another one. This was the original idea that I wanted to do actually, instead of my taco, my steak and egg thingy I did yesterday or 2 days ago. So we're making steak tacos. Okay, with pico, my version of pico, because I hate jalapeno and cilantro, so we're not including that in the pico. So we're using green peppers instead because that's not spicy, and I eat spicy food. So that's what we're doing today. Welcome. I did get green pepper. The bullshit that's spill out to BS the whole cilantro onion pico thing. So we're gonna start with chopping stuff up. Okay, I need my knife. Actually, a good way to get seeds out, if you want to get seeds out this way, yeah, this became that. Yeah, just roll this around, and the seeds will come out easily. Why is this pre-opened? Why did this open up? I feel like he's confused. I didn't even cut this. What the fuck? Okay, well, we'll just pull this out and boom. We don't need much. Hey, I was gonna show you a trick with this, but it opened up automatically without even cut. You guys, you saw that shit, right? It just opened up. I didn't even have a knife with me. This was already opened up, and I made it worse. It went kaplooey. Hi, how you been? Trust. Oh my God, so long. Hi, Manny. Welcome to the stream. Hi, I'm trying to read people's name. Lucy's hen. Hi, welcome to the stream. Hi. Listen, I know how to cook. This just happened to not be the right way of doing stuff. It's just okay. Alright, we just need a little bit because I'm making one. Oh, there's a backpack there. Let me get. I actually will need my serrated one. Just because if I'm gonna make pico, I need the tomatoes nice finely cut. Pico is supposed to be small, and I gotta do this manually by hand. So I got my 3 different knives. This is not the right one. Can't find the right one. But I am going to just make this super small, If I cut myself, it's because I can't see shit out of this. Okay? That's why. Hi, Ali. Welcome to the stream. Mandy, welcome to the stream. What are you? I'm a Lichen Rock. You know the Pokemon Lichen Rock? Have you seen Pokemon show Lichen Rock? I have a full suit on. I have my pants. I got my head. I got squeakable cheeks. That's the best part of this part. Yeah, squeakable cheeks. Do you like that? Yeah, I love it too. Alright, getting back to cooking pico. Making pico. Listen, I can't see out this. So I'm trying not to myself. This is a terrible idea, making pico de gallo in fursuit. It's a terrible idea. I'm just gonna chop this. I promise you I know how to cook. Okay, it's just really hard to see. Alright, we have green onions, or bell peppers, green bell pepper. This is a non-spicy version of pico, in my variant. Alright, I know it's supposed to be Mexican. I don't care about the origin culture where it came from. I don't care. Thank you. I appreciate that. Kyle, welcome to the stream. So, alright, we got pepper. Alright. We don't need much. I am doing one taco specifically because that's the easiest thing to work with. Alright, I got garlic. This is not part of the pico. This is supposed to be part of the steak. And oh my God, if I cut myself, bad. I should have gotten the pre-cut garlic. But that's okay. There's a trick. If you guys don't remember the trick for getting the little stuff off the garlic, you take the knifey and you smash it. And that's how you get the paper off. Really, really easy, neat, quick. Super simple. See? It's de-leaked. Whatever it's called, the paper is called. It's de-papered. Alright? It took the paper off without the struggle. Alright, we don't need much garlic. I do want this to be a garlic flavored steak. So, yeah. Okay. We don't need that. And then we are going to hopefully not cut myself missing this. Dude, I just got like insurance today, like a few days ago, right? I don't think it's good insurance, so I may switch to a different company. But like, yeah. So if I do cut myself, at least I have health insurance. Cause if I didn't, I wouldn't be doing as much as I do now, chopping up in my person. I'm not gonna cut myself. Don't worry, I'm not that dumb. Electro, hi. I had my last drama performance today. Oh, nice. Oh no, that's so mean. Did you bark at your drama people for not letting you be on the drama team anymore because you weren't dramatic enough? God, listen, you should have brought your fursuit to drama class, Electro. That's what you did wrong. You didn't bring your fursuit, alright? Had you brought your fursuit, you would be still part of the drama team, you know? Telling you, it works. Next time, bring your fursuit. Actually, I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but that's what Leica would do. Want me part of drama class? Bring my fursuit to cause drama. Yeah! Yeah! That's not a good idea. Don't do that. Don't do what Leica tells you. Not all the time. Just most of the time, alright? Just most of the time. Did I miss these? Oh my god, I can't tell if I missed it. I can't see shit. This is not gonna be uniform. Alright, I'm gonna go blind cut blindly! By the way, the safe way I'm chopping this is completely safe because my hand is away from the knife blade. So, this is perfectly safe. Unless the knife slips, it's literally impossible to get yourself this way. Alright, we got... Is the garlic mince? Can someone be like, zoom in my live stream and be like, yeah, the garlic is minced, don't like it? Oh. Yeah, it's the garlic mince. Nice one. Electro, I graduate. Oh, more graduations. Yay. Got all right. So we got the garlic. All right. All right. We're going to put this in a little cup. Little tiny cup. I should have like metal cups, but I don't know where they are right now. I go find them. Oh, it's hot. This fursuit is really hot, by the way. I should have a metal cup. I need to take like a breather from this because this is like really, really hot. Oh, wait, my face needs to breathe for a second. Oh, I found my thing. I found it, guys. I found my hood. That's what I need. If you ever wore a fursuit, it's really hot inside it. And so, having baklava is what they're called, helps. It also helps you less stinky. Alright, garlic in. So when you're cooking, you always cook garlic last. You cook green stuff and garlic last because garlic cooks really quickly. Onions in first, everything else in first, garlic goes in last. Otherwise you'll burn the garlic if you do that first. Don't cook garlic first. Alright, I need my salad. I got the bouze onions, as a lot of calls them. Salads are for the rich and, you know, it's what the rich affords. onion. It's essentially an onion, okay? Shallot is just an onion. It's a fancy onion, nothing else. There's literally no difference between shallot versus onion. Actually, I don't know if that's true, but like they taste like an onion. Okay? Alright. Okay, so in my cooking world, there's no difference. How do you even see what you're doing? Look, I do have eyes. I can't see. These do have eyes. They have lots of little micro holes in them that I can see. I would not be cooking my fursuit if I could not see. That's just... Every furry can see through her eyes. Who told you furries can't see through their eyes? Andy! Hi! You're watching me cook. How you doing, bud? Alright, I'm gonna actually fine cut this. If I cut myself. Oh my god. It's because I can see, but like not very well. I just know knife work skills really, really, really well. Partially because I've been doing cooking for years and self-taught myself how to do that. So you gotta feel when you cook, okay? Okay? Everything's about feeling when you cook. Alright. So I kind of want to do fine chopping on this. So this is terrible. I usually would have lined them all up, but since I can't see, I'm blind chopping it. Okay. This technique is called blind chopping when you can't see shit, right, guys? And you just like, oh, is this good? Because we want to kind of mince it up with the garlic, because if you mince onions up really, really tiny, they'll cook really, really quickly. Fun fact, smaller something is, the faster it cooks. So actually do the surface area. So that's why if you cook a likey, because I'm small, I'll cook really quickly. And then I'll be really tasty for your mouth. No, don't eat me. That's terrible. I don't want to be eaten. Alright. Unless it's with another furry guy, then you can eat me. I am alive. Don't be calling me while I'm live. I will not respond. Alright. Next. Alright, are we good? Are we Gucci? I'm throwing this away because I feel like it's big. I'm getting another container because these in plus and be nice and organized because that's important to me. OMG, a furry! Yes! Hi. I've never met a furry. Well, congratulations! Joe, I'm gonna call you Joe. Is it Joe? Joe? Joseph? Joey? I'm gonna call you Joe. Josh. Josh. Okay, Jose is a very hard name for Likey to say. I'm sure it's an easy thing for you to say, but Likey cannot pronounce Jose. I'm gonna spell it. I'm gonna call you Joe. Josh. Joshi. Joshi! You're gonna be Yoshi! Haha! Okay, I'm not trying to make fun of your name, but that's what you're gonna be with Likey. Joshi. Part Yoshi. Part Joe. Joshi. Good name. I like it. Joshi! I'm gonna call you Joshi just because of the Mario movie and like now I got my head stuck on Yoshi, alright? Yoshi, close enough. Joshi is boring. I'm gonna call you Joshi. Because it's cute and it's Yoshi. And Yoshi did war. Watch the Mario movie that came out. Alright. You'll understand that reference. Alright, if you're a furry. If you don't understand that reference, I can't help you. Alright. Alright, where's my other thing? Oh, God, I can't find it. Oh, yep, found it! If I faint, because this is hot. I don't know if I told you this or not, but this is really hot. We don't need a lot of onions, but only do a little bit. We got garlic, we got green pepper. We got onions, even though it's technically it's considered an onion. Alright, it is considered onion. I'm gonna take out one steak, and I'm going to put this in a container. Put that in a container. Oh my god. For everything. Everything needs a container. Oh, tiny containers! In! Right. I'll call him later. I will call you later after the stream, Andy, okay? Alright. Alright. Also, my mom's been going through stuff. Luckily, it's easy to fix, but still, she's been going through stuff. So, but we're working on fixing it, and it's, and it works. I feel move all this stuff. I probably will just throw all this stuff away. It's not that expensive. So we just want one piece. And we are going to cut this fat off, because I'm not going to eat this fat. I'm not. And I know fat has value to the steak in terms of flavor when you're cooking it, but this is for a taco, guys. Alright? Now, if I was just making it a steak by itself, I'd keep the fat on there, but I'm making this specifically for a taco. Also, because I know I've already contaminated this knife, I can't use it for anything else unless I'm going to be putting that on the grill, so. Is that good? Did I do the correct thing? Oh well. And we are going to just chop this up. I recommend medium rare or normal. There is risk of food poisoning. I have never done anything else other than medium rare on steak. Now, because I am going to cut these very, very fine because I want these to be street for the tacos. This is going to be done, well done. So, but this is going to be seared. So when I cook this is going to be cooked on max heat for about less than about 30 seconds on max heat. Take it off and let it cook to just the temperature itself. So, but because these are so fine thin, we don't need to do more than 30 seconds for searing this. But yes, you should never eat meat unless it's, is it freshwater fish or saltwater fish that you can eat raw? Steak, never. It's less likely you'll get contamination from steak, but you can't, it is still possible, but rare. Hamburger meat, no, because it's mixed fat between different meats of the cow, never. Same with pork, you should always cook that well done. Chicken, same thing, because of salmonella from the chicken. And so it depends on the food you're actually making, whether you should cook it medium rare, well done, or you can eat it raw. So, what cut is this? So I've never had this one specifically, but this is pecan steak. Oh! So I've heard of this cut, but I've never eaten it before. So we're going to use this because it's cut already in strips for me. So that's the only reason. Because it is going to be taco steak meat, the steak type cut for a taco meat doesn't really matter that much just because it's already giving me a small bits and portions. If I was going to make a stew, that'd be a different story because I want it to be tender, big, thick pieces of steaks. So again, The type of purpose you're using the steak cut will vary depending on what you're wanting it to cook, use for cooking wise. I dressed up as a maid today. Oh, cool. Cool. So, I need to bring this over because the first thing we want to do is season our pan. Alright? Always season, for God's sake, when you're cooking, please. Oh, okay, you're making me want steak. Angus is famous expert from my oh, nice! I didn't know that. I had no idea. The more you know. Cool. I'm not a big Angus steak fan, actually, but I mean, there are some good cuts of Angus. I'm just personally don't get much Angus steak here, so. So I want to do just oil, right? Oil and salt. I can't see how much oil it is. So. Oil and salt. And then we're going to saute the onions first. And then we'll saute the garlic. Now, I hope I don't burn the garlic. Is this onion? Isn't that up? Oh, this is onion. This garlic? That's fucked up. Wait, I think that's onions. That's onions. We're good. Okay, we're good. Thank you. I was like, oh my god, I messed up. That's onions. Alright. I could put my hand on. I was like, oh my god! Now, because these are such finely cut, we don't need to saute them. We need to do it for only until they start getting brown, and they'll go brown real quickly. I'm actually going to take my head off just real quick, so I can see the color on them, just to be sure that they... Alright, yeah, they're already turned brown, so... I did garlic! This is garlic! Wait! Take it out. Take it just out. No, it's onions. We're good. I thought it was garlic. I lied. This is onions. Alright, I'm gonna put them in a bigger bowl. So, they don't take long to saute though. So. And some of them are burnt. Ah! I did it too fine! Okay, most of it about... I'm mad. I burnt it. All of it got burnt. I failed! Wait. I got another one. I do. Hold up. Wait. Guys, give me a minute. Let me, like, focus on this. Give me a minute. Give me, like, 30 seconds. Oh, my God. Shallots cook really quickly. I'm doing this with my head off because I do want to get this correct without burning it. I didn't realize how quick the shallots cook. Dude, I only had this on medium heat. It cooks so quickly. I'm mad. I diced it up too fine. I did too much dicing on this. So, this time I'm going to do it so I don't burn it. And like definitely lower the heat on the stove. I know I'm not focusing on the chat. I'm so sorry if I'm not reading messages, but I really want to get this correct the second time because this is my only backup clean up onions. I promise you I know how to cook. Alright, this is better. Let's try this again. Okay, let's try this again. Try take two. Alright, we're going to take this off now. Alright, there. There, so much better. Alright, that's what I want. That is so much better. All right, there's slightly burnt part of it, but hey, that's a lot better than what I had where they were all burnt. All right, like all the onions are burnt. This is too high. This shit way too high. Wait, what? If you aren't subbed to them already for cooking, I'd recommend Tasting History with Max Miller. And oh, I love Nick Divagato. I love him. I actually watched some of his episodes. It's pretty good. So don't burn. I've never burnt myself, Ashley. At least not at home. So yeah, I forgot how high I had the heat up. So I'm gonna turn this thing down to like way less because this is on the big pan side. So and then we're gonna do garlic. I'm doing this off my head because I really need to see. So we're gonna do garlic really quickly and oil. And we'll saute the garlic. So yeah, I turned the heat down because I think that fucked up because the heat was too high. Also, they were definitely minced a lot, so yeah, all right. All right, garlic is done. I don't want to risk it, but there you go. Garlic is done, nice and seared. So sauteed. We'll just put it in a separate pan, right? Pan like this. And so, whoa, that goes quick, real quick. And the other thing we want to do is now work on the steak part, right? We want to work on the steak. So with the steak, we want to go ahead and put this in, oil in, all right. Where are the feet? Oh, I'm not wearing my feet right now. Not tonight. No feet for tonight. I'm gonna add this, right? And then I'm gonna add paprika, salt, and then we're just going to quick sear the steak. I really like paprika because it works really well. And one other thing I want to add is cabbage, sauteed cabbage. That's the other thing I want to add to this. Is sauteed cabbage because I love cabbage and it goes well with street tacos actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. Hotter than I'd like. I have this on like 3.5 though, so. I don't know why this is going harder than I wanted it. I would keep these separate, but because we're making street tacos, it does not matter in the end. They're all gonna be put in one container. So I can save some for you, Andy Ashley. I don't mind. I'll send you some. And now I'm gonna go ahead and chop up cabbage, cabbage. And then I'm gonna top it off with dill because dill is really nice. It's one of my favorites. Most people don't put dill in their, tacos. But dill goes good with everything. I prefer dill over like any other seasoning, right? Like we're talking about. Basil is pretty good. I like basil. But I don't know. I like dill a lot more than any other type of seasoning. So dill is pretty nice. So we just want a little bit because you don't want a lot. You know. And salt this. Salt everything you do. Also, don't forget when you're doing tomato, salt that too. So, close your fridge door. There. All right. You're making me more hungry than I already am. So this is a recipe that I just like thought up off the spot just randomly, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I should make my own version of street like tacos, because we have street tacos at Buffalo Wild Wings, right? But and then I do make my own variant because I don't like the Buffalo Wild Wings street tacos. And so when I make my street tacos, I usually add chicken, Swiss cheese on top of the tacos, and then on top of the chicken, I'll usually add sweet barbecue, and then the green onions. And that's my version of the sweet tacos instead of the Buffalo Wild Wings, which is chicken, Southwest Ranch, pico de gallo, and cilantro, and then you got, that's it. It's Southwest Ranch on top of that. So that's simple. But I don't like that, so I make my own variant at Buffalo Wild Wings. So, because I rarely eat anything like off the menu, and I like to create my own food. But that makes me happier, so just make my own food. See, now this is not as hot. See? Alright, I'm gonna take this off. And again, we don't need to make these. This does not have to be in order in terms of like, you know, making it look nice. That's not the goal. That's not the goal of one more cookie. So. Alright, so we've cooked everything off we needed. We got the onions, we got the garlic, we got the steak, and we got the cabbage. So everything is cooked. Now, we are going to take taco real quick, and I'm going to cook that real quick. I actually have butter. I should use butter for this, right? Because that would work better. Let me clean the bottom real quick. Alright. Dry the pan off. I know you shouldn't be doing this paper towel, but you know, I've never burnt anything this way yet. Or sorry, fire. I like sizzles. I do. I love sizzles. I missed that City of Glassville cooking course, and I went to school. Oh, I've never been. I did that course actually. Huh. I mean, when you work all the time, you can do that kind like I did today. Yeah. Yeah, that's the benefit of cooking at a restaurant is you can make what you want. But then we have like a limit to like how much we're allowed to spend like on our own food. And I think my manager last time said we have like an $18 limit, which is like a whole full course meal at Buffalo Wild Wings. So basically no limit, almost, because there's not much items that actually cost $18. And the amount of stuff that I actually like straight up eat is less than that. Because I usually will make me like one taco. Or street tacos specifically. And street tacos, not like, you know, 3 shells, but one individual shell of street taco, and that's my meal the entire day. I don't eat a lot, guys. I don't, right? I eat very, very little. So. The liking is cooking. Yes, Maxie, I am. So I'm going to get the butter. Because I have this frozen butter. And I actually don't need the entire thing. So I'm going to cut a little piece of it off, because all I need is about half of the butter that I normally will use for this entire thing. and save the rest. Well, I'll probably throw away the rest because I don't need the butter for that. So. Oh, that's hot! Funny. I just want to, make this brown, nice and gold brown at the bottom. That's the whole point of this. So. Now, while that is heating up, we can go ahead and add Parmesan cheese because I did get Parmesan cheese. Because Parmesan cheese actually goes really well with steak. You can, and street taco in general, but yeah. I didn't feel like grating my own Parmesan cheese, but this is as fresh as you can get because this is pre-grated. So this isn't coming from like some cheap ass, I forget the ones in the bags, but this is shredded, like freshly shredded Parmesan cheese with no artificial additives. So I'm gonna let that get a little brown. And I'm gonna sprinkle it on top of this. Right. Let it melt. So this is my version of taco. Okay? My version. No stealing cheese! No stealing cheese! So I have this on actually more reasonable temperature right now because again I don't want this to burn on the bottom, but I do want the cheese to melt more evenly. And so once we've done that, we can go ahead and check on the bottom little by little. And that is indeed turning a little bit golden brown. And as this cooks, this will eventually get a bit harder, and I also want to keep that hardness intact too. So the cheese melted. We can go ahead and go back to the cutting board. I'm going to actually look how ugly I look without the mask, right? I have purple hair, I promise you. See, I'm beautiful. Underneath the hideous mask, I'm actually beautiful. Except with the beard. I hate the beard. I never liked the beard. I'm going to go ahead and clean up real quick. And I'm going to take this off the heat. Because, yep. Continuously burning after that. And cleaning up. So all this stuff can actually be thrown away because, yeah, I only am going to use it for one ingredient. So. I actually self-taught myself how to cook. I am making street tacos. Hi, Mike! Or my variant street tacos. My variant. So. I'm just gonna get another cutting board because I just don't feel like dealing with this right now. So I'm just gonna swap. You know what? Nah, that's fine. We'll just use that. That's fine. That's some more work than I'm trying to make. Alright. Just wanted to show you guys. It is nice and brown on the bottom. It's sauteed. So. And it's still foldable. So the whole point when you're making the tacos, it doesn't break when you fold. So. That can be tricky actually. But like. If I was to cook this on high, I'd cook this for about 20 seconds on high, then I flip it because about 15-20 seconds on high heat would usually get this to this point on our grill. So I do a lot of tacos and a lot of wraps, so you kind of get used to the proportion that you want when you're like making them, because yeah. All right. You just put all this on, and it should be almost a perfect, ratio, It's on the big, thick side, but you can't see the juice flowing out. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And that's the taco. It's not the prettiest, right? But hey, it's still super juicy. And it's got cheese, it's got cabbage, it's got onions, it's got garlic. I just didn't add the tomato. I was supposed to add the tomato for the pico part. And you can top it off with the green onions. Actually, we can go ahead and do the tomatoes real quick. So, we'll do the tomatoes. Let me turn the oven off before, like, just so I can have at least some reasonable portion of somewhat of a pico de gallo mix. Alright, because I did say I was going to make pico de gallo. Alright, so I'm going to finish this part with the tomatoes, because you cannot have pico de gallo without tomatoes. There's a no. There's a big no. So, listen, I love tomatoes. I love it. Okay, don't eat the tomatoes. Pico de gallo, you cannot have pico de gallo without tomatoes. There's no such thing as non-tomato pico de gallo. This is where a serrated knife actually helps. If you're going to cut tomatoes without taking a lot of juices out, get a serrated knife. 100% the way when you're cutting tomatoes. Unless you have a super sharp knife, but like I need to sharpen my knife, so for that. And I haven't done it, so. And we do have a squisher that does the pico de gallo for us, so we still make it by hand, but we don't actually cut the tomatoes by hand. So, but this is the next best thing. It takes a bit longer, but you can do it by hand. Pico de gallo. There you go. It's my own very big. It fell. I failed. My own variant of street taco with pico de gallo that's not spicy, because I hate spicy, guys. Let me get my fursuit back on. First, I'm going to wash my hands and clean them, and then I'll go ahead and do it. I don't want to get my fursuit dirty. Alright. Now we can continue on. Alright. Get my hat on. Yeah, I did it. I made my taco. I'll have my mom send this over to you, Andy, when she comes over tomorrow, so if she wants to visit you, so I'll have her save this for you and you can have some. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys next time for another video. I have no idea what that video is going to be on, but I'll figure it out as I go. Like I usually do. I don't even know why I'm making my video for 2 days from now. I have an idea. I do. I'm thinking about finishing up the comic series explanation of how I did that comic short video. Short? Was it a short? I think it was a short. No, it was a video. It was a video. And then I'm making another video explaining how I did the whole comic episode. And I said, why I made the comic episode. Because that's important. Because I don't deserve all the credit for making that original comic idea. It was someone else. So stay tuned for that episode. Please hit the like, subscribe, and hit the all bell notification. I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Is that industry?